You did beat us, so they must be better than us, right?
That's actually a good point.
Eminis,
Yeah.
walking through this matchup, LeBlanc versus Kai'Sa. How does it go? What happens?
I mean, personally, it matchup is winning for Kai'Sa, but yeah, LeBron have Sejuani. So
Really good information game being played already. Knockback from Dokla. It's going to be just about it.
Willing to stay somewhat aggressively as Contracts is in the vicinity. Hanser very aware though. Boogie stepping up to Contracts, attempting to path over towards his try, gets stunned up, flashes away. The Q from Dokla used to try and zone him off, but first blood drawn by Hanser.
Yeah, that last little trade by the tower from Dokla. Side scuttle grab, speed boost into a little bit of an invade of his own here to define the defensive control ward and keep up this extra pressure on bot side. Mid coming over.
Contracts was waiting with the Hex Flash over the wall. Boogie getting a lot of damage locked into him though after he goes back in with a Q. But live given over to Wild Turtle. A good stun up onto multiple members of TSM. Boogie has to walk it out, burned down by the Ignite. Ignar, though, now using his flash. So both
NRG are bringing 4 to collapse and defend.
Ignar and Palafox have to be wary of Insanity's positioning. Boogie with Dokla and Contracts upon him, looking for the Q over the wall. Hanser and Boogie slightly knocked back, but stun lands onto one off the Glacial Prison, and Contracts has fallen. Insanity starting to build up with that kill count.
TSM just continue to pressure with their winning. Looks like they don't care though. Jensen and Insanity still going for the static shiv for the wave clear, and now roaming up to the top side. That's got to be another one.
Glacial Prison and more utilized to lock down Dokla, and even though NRG has TSM are feeling pretty good about their lead, Boogie seeks out FBI, uses the Glacial Prison, which does get the cleanse from him, and the flash as well. Wild Turtle following over the wall, fail of arrows and more. Taking down the enemy bot laner.
Classic Turtle flashing forward. This one didn't have a lot of risk to it. Oh! He even went to the same spot. He went to the same spot on the wall to try and follow. We're not done yet. Boogie's got one more.
A Contract stunned up as soon as Hanser comes to the party. Smacked him. Insanity gets the kill. But it's so hard when TSM are absolutely annihilating your map. But here's an attempt to stand against them. Nature's Grasp gets a root onto 2, but the answer back onto Contracts is just too good. Ignar coming out of stasis, next to be smacked by Wild Turtle. TSM maintain their pressure across these.
Top side to finish off the last inhibitor. And now that they've done that, they even teleport up here to get here quicker.
Made their way to the party. Chime trying to encroach upon Contracts, who threw the Nature's Grasp his way. Insanity's got some damage to follow up. Coming on in with a headbutt pulverize. Chime goes golden for a moment, does end up getting blasted. So TSM, for what feels like the first time, are down 1 in the fight. But look at those supers. When you've got 2 inhibitors down, they are making work of your Nexus turrets, which draws the attention of Palafox and FBI to finish it up and reopens the top lane turret for TSM to collapse upon. Hanser wanting to find some kind of look into the brush, but NRG send out multiple FBI, Moonlight Vigil from downtown, but TSM as well as just the expiration on some, but in the darkness, TSM start up the Baron.
And wait on the cooldown for the Varus ultimate. Right now they're relying on Sedge.
Over the wall, Glacial Prison, knock up and more onto Ignar. Teleport will be coming in from Dokla, but is it too little too late as Contracts has fallen? No jungler for NRG, no support. But Palafox wants to follow up with the damage, does manage to reap one jungler for him. Insanity, but do have their ultimates. We have seen Wild Turtle try and set him off, like he did here. Ignar, oh, look at that damage. Insanity just able to burst. Follow up so effectively. Contracts trying to flash out of it, throws down the Nature's Grasp in response. Chime has fallen low. Wild Turtle takes a big burst of damage, but it's the 2-for-1 so far. Hanser with Dominus already in the active, moves with TSM into their own jungle. Palafox going downtown with the Killer Instinct. Hanser fallen low, no longer in ultimate form, but he doesn't need it to finish off Dokla. Insanity gets to use the passive to get out cleanly by NRG. teleport on TSM side.
Yeah.
That's enough to be able to push off Palafox and FBI. They don't have the numbers. They don't have the fight. Palafox, though, almost kills off Haunter before he pops the wash. And FBI into the range of Wild Turtle is not where you want to be. TSM punishing NRG for making the attempt on Dragon.
Palafox isn't done. He hex skates over. Can he hit the W snipe?
Managed to get the Void Seeker onto Wild Turtle, but yeah, used the Killer Instinct at the top of that previous fight, so cannot follow up. Ignar latches on with a Q, but is answered back by Boogie. Chime headbutting Palafox away. Doesn't want him to get into his backline anymore to try and offer a safe recall here for Boogie. You can see the missile still raining down from Palafox. He wanted to get Chime. He could not find it. TSM.
Aaron plus the soul, plus increasing their lead. TSM have come.
They're already going for it. Ignar stunned up and more. Palafox goes in the back line with a Killer Instinct, but Wild Turtle has already gone golden. Haunter zoning off Palafox, but the rest of TSM are encroaching upon the base. Palafox has fallen at the mouth of the gator, baby. TSM are still going for more. NRG looking to make their final hold. Still some Baron-empowered minions coming through, ensuring that they can take down this second inhibitor, increase the number of supers that they have pushing with them. And the pressure from NRG is all too good. Some heavy poke onto Wild Turtle, though. He has to be careful. And eventually, Contracts has fallen. Dokla, the last one to remain for NRG. Yes, Ignar has a respawn, but it's TSM putting this one in the books. They're